Hey, what's up? We're playing the intro. I don't care. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to get this other thing going, but hey, here's the College Hockey Show intro.
Welcome to the College Hockey Show. And now, here's your host, Jeremiah Maxwell, and the degenerate Bostonian, Mike.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the College Hockey Show. Well, we're not going to have Instagram tonight, folks. I apologize for that if you watch us on Instagram. So don't worry about it, but it is what it is. Can't do nothing about it. Appreciate you. I'm just going to leave it as is. So we'll just be on Twitch. We'll just be on Twitch. We'll just be on YouTube and obviously X, which we get a lot of people from X. So appreciate you, X. What's up, Mike?
I mean, it's Christmas Eve, man. How you doing?
Yeah. I mean, we got games tomorrow that mean something in the college hockey world. Starting with, let's just get right to the bracket. I don't think we need to waste time. Because we're going to be coming back here at 10:10 Eastern, so in about an hour or so to tell you about the early games here in the NHL. So are you coming back for that, Mike?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Mike will be with Rico and Perlo and I. We had Rico back yesterday, so that was nice.
All right.
Yeah, so good stuff there. Okay, so I'm just going to get right into it. Western Michigan, number 4 at Minnesota State.
So you have a rivalry to start this tournament off. That's an out-of-conference rivalry, just like BC and Denver, just like BU and Cornell. I like Western here, but
yeah,
not the draw you want as the number 1 seed.
Yeah, no, tough because then you got Minnesota and UMass. I think UMass going to come out of this.
I got the Zoo winning this too.
Yeah, I haven't been impressed with Minnesota this year. They haven't been noteworthy. So we'll discuss more in detail. Let me know. I mean, where you on UMass? I think O'Hara was kind of a travesty that he wasn't a Hobie Baker finalist.
I think the reason I'm on UMass is I think the O'Hara line can counter the Snuggergaard line. And then I like UMass. Snuggerud. I think he'll be the best player on the ice, but I think the O'Hara line can counter that nicely. And then I'm sorry, Wood, I'm calling you out. I don't think you can beat UMass's second line. I think they have too much speed, and I love him. I love his shot. My God, do I love his shot. So does Nashville. But I'm putting my money on UMass there. Like that's
Avi's with you. And by the way, Mark Alred.
What's up, Mark?
Mile. I think he means Mike and Maya. I don't know what you mean there, Mark. But anyway, thank you, Mark. Appreciate you. And then Jake Rains. Can't wait for the tournament to start tomorrow. Okay, so already 2 tough matchups on the 27th, which happens to be my wife's birthday. So
happy birthday.
Yeah, she will be back from Utah tonight. All right. And she was at that Utah-Detroit game. Oh, Vancouver just tied it up if you're watching live. Looks like Atu Ratu, former New York Islander prospect. That's who they got in the Bo Horvat trade. So Atu Ratu, good for that guy. That was a nice little tip and nothing Soroka could do there. Anyway, sorry, College Hockey Show.
That's all good. What do we got? Michigan State, Cornell. I said, for those you want to roll back to our first show of the year, I said Michigan State, Cornell, BU would be 3 Frozen Four teams. So obviously that's not happening. I took Michigan State and BU plus 1,300 preseason to win it all. So I swear to God, if Ohio State comes out of this bracket, I'm not going to be happy.
Yeah, I have Ohio State winning this and having a matchup in the Big Ten with Michigan State again. I thought Ohio State was actually a pretty good team this year.
Oh, they're an excellent team.
So I'm kind of with you there, Avi. I think Michigan State comes out of this. BU, I don't know what to make of them. Sometimes they look like world beaters. Obviously, in the Bean Pot, they look great. I was like, oh, wow, they're playing good hockey just in time. But I don't know. I don't know, man. They didn't look great in them. They didn't look good in the Hockey East tournament,
no,
I thought.
They did not. Yurgov did. That's why I'm taking BU. Granted, Ohio State's at home, right? This is in Toledo.
Yeah.
Columbus to Toledo is not that far, and Ohio State travels pretty well. But
yeah,
Yurgov is a freak of nature, and I'm taking the better goalie.
Yeah, Avi says BU is so inconsistent, like he doesn't know. Yeah, it's tough, man.
My question is, because Ohio State averages 4 goals a game this year, one of the highest scoring teams in the country. But against ranked opponents, they're only averaging 2.5.
Oh my God.
So BU's ranked. So I'm putting my faith in Yurgov to keep it at 2, and I could see BU scoring 3 goals. And so therefore I took the Terriers in that game. But I took Sparta to win this bracket. I'm with Avi here.
Yeah, I think I had the Spartans too. I'll show my bracket here in the group I'm in. You guys will be impressed. I'm in a big group. Okay, let's go to the early games on Friday.
I'll be there. Anyone in Manchester, come find me.
Okay, you're going to be the BC-BU game and stay for the Providence-Denver game.
Yep.
Okay, that's outstanding. We maybe need to have a post-show when you get done.
We will be.
So when you get home, we'll just do the show. Just text me and we'll do a post-show wrapping up the first round. So Friday night, we'll have a late night, post-night show for the college hockey show. Sound good, Mike?
Sounds good to me, man.
Okay, so when you get home, you just text me or whatever, and we'll get going, and we'll just have a quick little half-hour show, talk about this BC, Bentley, and Providence, Denver. I have Boston College and Denver winning. I'm assuming you're on the same page as me on this.
I am, but I'm taking a page out of Perlo's playbook here. I'm taking Bentley first period.
Okay.
Bentley has 6 Big Ten transfers. 2 of them played for Michigan State last year. 3 of them played in the Frozen Four for Michigan last year, and 1 was at Penn State.
Okay, yeah.
So, they've got tournament experience. Right? They were second and third line guys.
Yeah, sometimes a deep team. I mean, look, Quinnipiac was not the most talented team when they won, by far. No. We're going to look at that Minnesota team and be like, that guy was on there, that guy was on there, that guy was on there, and they didn't win a natty. Like, BC, I think we're going to say the same thing about BC and or BU with Hudson and Celebrini, or with Leonard and Perot. And Perot wasn't on last year's team. He wasn't on last year's team, I don't think.
Yes, he was. For BC,
no.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, he was? Okay,
he
well,
was.
they also had Cutter Gauthier and Will Smith, who both played in the NHL this year.
It's freaks. So, I mean, yeah, I do think BC wins, but I do like Bentley's depth. I mean, they beat Maine at Maine.
Right.
And for Providence and Denver, it's the tale of 2 cities with both of these teams. Like, middle of the year Denver, they couldn't beat anybody. And then middle of the year Providence, they couldn't beat anybody. 2 defensively sound teams. But
Providence went through those injury problems too.
They had their injuries, and
Bouillon
was getting hot.
Yeah, Bouillon looks good, man. I mean, they looked good in their tournament, and they won the whole thing, obviously. So I think if Arizona State would have won that tournament, they would have made it in. And obviously, I think Denver would.
They would be in. They would have been the 13. Would have been UMass. They would be playing Minnesota round 1.
Yeah.
So I would have just jumbled everything up. But out of that bracket, I got the Pios moving on. Did you have the Eagles or the Pios?
So I picked BC. I think I'll show my bracket after we're done here. Okay, let's go to Maine, Penn State.
So you have Maine as the more complete team.
Yeah, I have Penn State winning this.
I do too. Penn State's at home. Like, if I'm the Black Bears, I'm pissed.
Yeah.
How do I draw this offensive heavy team
with a good goalie
at home? Like, you're the 1 seed. You're playing Penn State at home. Good luck.
Avi says Penn State plus 125. Another reason I like them. Maine got beat at home by Denver. I thought Denver was underwhelming this year. I thought that was, by the way, Denver's best win until they played their tournament.
Yeah.
So, okay, UConn, Quinnipiac, Battle of Connecticut.
So the last
I have UConn winning this one.
I do too. So UConn won earlier this year with 0.05 seconds on the clock.
Oh my God.
Hey, parlay is a parlay, man. But I'm taking the Huskies again. They looked real good in the Hockey East tournament. They got overpowered by Maine. It is what it is, but I really like this this UConn team. I like Richard on the power play on the wing there, number 19. That kid has been something else this year when you need a goal. And Quinnipiac, you play the trap. That's what it is. What it is. But I'm falling in love with Richard. He's just Captain Clutch over there for the Huskies. So that's really why I'm going for it. If they could control Richard, all right, fine. But good luck with that.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. That's the brackets as of, and then we'll have a post-game meetup on Friday. So we'll know the results of all the quarterfinal games, and we'll have an updated look at the brackets and based on. Okay. So just give me 1 second. I'll stop sharing this for a second, and I will get my bracket up. And the thing, let me just look at my bracket. Well, let me look at my bracket. Oh, I just want to look at my bracket. Oh, do I have to log in again?
It's gonna be a good year. It's gonna. This is my favorite time of the year. I gotta say, hanging out with even my trip up at Placid, they were talking about every team that wasn't ECAC, every bartender, every restaurant owner, every server, they were all glued to this. Part of me wants to go to their viewing parties. It's absolutely insane how intense they were. So if you guys get a chance, if you live in the area, go check out that city.
I wonder if I can get this even to look at. Oh, I have to edit my bracket. Okay. Yeah, here we go. This is perfect. Okay. Then you can see everything.
Yep.
Okay. And I didn't spend a ton of time. I just kind of went with my gut. I have, here we go. This is what I have. I have Penn State beating, okay, let me get it. I'll get it bigger. I have Penn State beating Maine. I have Connecticut beating Quinnipiac. I have Penn State beating Connecticut. And then I have Penn State in the Final Four. I have BC beating Bentley. I have Denver beating Providence. I have Boston College beating Denver. I have Western Michigan beating Minnesota State. I have UMass beating Minnesota. I have UMass beating Western Michigan, and I have UMass in the Frozen Four. All right. I have Ohio State beating BU, and I have Michigan State beating Ohio State, and then I have Michigan State in the Frozen Four. And in the championship game, I have Michigan State. Hold on. Oh, I gotta zoom out here. I don't even remember who in the finals, I have Michigan State beating UMass. I have UMass beating BC, and I have Penn State losing to Michigan State, and I have Michigan State winning the national championship. That is my pick.
So we're pretty similar. I have Denver getting into the Frozen Four there.
Yeah, would not be shocked whatsoever. Obviously, if they beat BC, they're getting in.
Yeah, that's. I actually have UConn getting out of that bracket out in Allentown.
Okay, yeah, I can see that too.
And then
I've watched them play a lot, so
I took Michigan State to win it all, and then my total goal count for this tournament was 81. I think you had 62 there. I took 81. I think we're going to have a few blowouts in the first round that we don't see coming, especially this BC Bentley game. I think Bentley wins the first period, but I think the final score is going to be 5-2. I think it's
we're halfway through the show, basically, as per normal. Do you have any bets you want to talk about with the chat or with the listeners? We have 66 people, by the way.
I mean, I got a lot of bets. No, it's something I do. I do it every year. I pick 8 games. I throw $5 on it and say, why not? Just because it's fun.
Yeah.
So my 8-rounder, and I'm telling you guys, it's if you're just rule of thumb, if you're dropping an 8-way parlay, don't be humming big dollars on it because they don't come in that often. I took BU, I took Western Michigan, I took Michigan State, I took UMass plus 1.5, BC, UConn, Denver, and then Penn State plus 1.5. So I took all those in there. I threw them in one. That's my 8-dayer. My Thursday bets, which I took bet all 4 games. Western, took UMass plus 1.5. BU, I actually took them minus 1.5 for that game. I really do think they're going to come out on top at Ohio State big.
Yeah.
I think Yurgov's going to come out big. And to quote our dear friend Rico, Puckline Jesus swoops down in Toledo and gives the Terriers a winner. And then I took Michigan State minus 1.5. And then again, same story. I love Cornell. I love Ian Shane. He stood on his head out in Lake Placid. 2-game total, 53 saves.
Yeah, I don't think they would have made it if they didn't win, right?
No. They had to win, or Quinnipiac was the only one getting in from that conference.
Yeah, I kind of would have been okay with Arizona State over Cornell, just to be honest with you. But
I would have too. But at the same time, Arizona State knew the assignment. You needed. To win.
Dude, they had a pretty good year. Did they not sweep Nodak and Denver at home both times? I mean, I don't know. Yep. I know Nodak was down this year, but
that's what hurt.
I just feel like it's the pairwise, though. You can't argue with it. It's consistent across the board. That's what's good about it. It's not a bunch of old assholes voting. It's just like the computer says. This is what the computer says. Right? You just go with the computer.
I will say this season helped Arizona State tremendously for their pairwise, like going forward, because now out-of-conference teams want to play Arizona State.
Well, why wouldn't you want to go there in the dead of winter or something, too? Just like, here we go, boys. We're going to do what the old people do and go to Arizona in the winter.
Right.
You know?
But I mean, like, they were struggling to get games, so you have teams like Brown and Princeton going. You're not making any moves there in the pairwise. But now you're going to get a team out of the Hockey East, out of the Big Ten, that are going to be like, oh, Arizona State's pretty good. That'll be a good out-of-conference booster. And you go play them.
Yeah. Well, and if Arizona State can win, 50, 60% of those games, it's just going to get them in by de facto. Again, let's just expand the tournament to 32. It was one more, and you get almost half of college hockey, and you don't have to have a regional tournament. You just have the higher seeds host the first round. It's good. You reward those fans that go to all the games and give them like a playoff game. I think it would be great, and the universities will love it. Why not do it?
They'd make money.
It's so bummy. I'm so bummed out about it.
All right. I'm with you. And then Friday bets, because guys, I'm at the game. I don't think you want to look at my ugly mug at 9 a.m. I took the over on the BC game at 6.5. I took UConn money line, Providence plus 1.5. I think they keep it close with Denver. And then Penn State and Maine is 5.5. And I love Sergeev and I love Booyah, but I don't know, 3-2. I guess 3-2 is possible there, but I just think someone's going to.
I always like the under in the playoffs, though, man.
I do too. My thought process is you're down a goal, you give up the empty netter, you're down 2 goals. All our season's over tomorrow, so it's just that game turns into on the score sheet, right? It turns into a 6-2 blowout. In reality, it was 3-2 with just a ton of empty netters.
Bobby says Penn State wins 5-4. He likes that.
All right. Well, I mean, hey, I don't see Booyah giving up 5.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, my favorite bets of the weekend, though, was the over on BC. That's even money at 6.5. The over 5.5 for Penn State. Obviously, seem to be on that one. And then Michigan State money line. If you slap them all together, it's plus 388 for the parlay. That's not too bad.
And you're going to tweet all these out for everybody. So
tweets are coming out. Or
you can go back and rewatch us on YouTube. Head to the Sports Beard. Go to the live tab and look up right there. I've got it. Or we're live. You can backtrack if you want. If you want to be behind the thing and listen to Mike's bets, you can go back. So, and we'll be back tonight at 10:10 Eastern for the NHL Nightly. So at about 40 minutes.
Yeah. I just said, guys, this is my favorite time of the year. So I know a few people have asked questions. Hammer me with questions in the chat, in my DMs. I do not care. That's why my stuff's up there. Reach out.
Yes, Cornell and Spartan jerseys are being worn. Well, Anson Carter he did go to Michigan State, so I know he's an alumnus there. I don't know who went to Cornell. Definitely not Biz.
No, but I mean, Cornell does have a lot of guys. I mean, not as much as Michigan State, but they got a lot of guys in the NHL. They do produce very, very, very well.
Hey, I will say, just to track on the Biz thing. Let me just say this: I'm not making fun of him because he didn't go to Cornell. Biz is a smart dude, man. He's a very savvy businessman, and he's wealthy. I mean, you don't know anybody else that has 4 different houses? I don't, and like 4 different areas. Like he lives in Wyoming, he lives in Arizona, and he lives in Vancouver, British Columbia. And 2 of those places, Scottsdale, where he lives, and Vancouver, are very expensive to live. So he did something right. And the guy never had $1 million contract or anything. So he did some stuff with his money. Impressive. He was smart. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like he was 4th line plug. He probably was making league men his whole career. So, I like Biz. I'm not trash talking him by any stretch of the imagination. Well, Mike, I don't have anything else for the show. We will do a late night Friday night special wrap-up show of the first round, and then we will probably do NHL Nightly for the semis. When those, I guess those will be like when are not the semis, the
Frozen, the round of 2, you mean? The
semis
this weekend, Saturday, Sunday.
Do they play the next games the weekend?
Yeah, so the Thursday games play on Saturday. The Friday games play on Sunday.
Okay, guys, so we'll have games through the weekend.
Yeah, we got this. It's Christmas morning. I love it.
So the whole entire week. Shit, I didn't realize there were games on the 30th. I'm an idiot. I actually have to go to a friend's party thing on the 30th, so I'm going to miss those games. But the 29th ones I won't miss.
You'll see.
So I'll miss the winner of Maine, Penn State, whoever played against the winner of UConn, Quinnipiac. I'll miss one of those games. I won't miss the second. I won't miss the second game. I'll miss the early. It's not going to be at the thing the whole time. And then I'll either miss BC playing Providence or Denver because BC loses to Bentley. It's going to be the biggest upset in a long time.
Yes.
So
yes, it will.
Hey, by the way, 101 in the chat. 101, mostly on X. Appreciate it. On X, we could take your comments too. So if you want to chat in and ask Mike a question before we call it a wraps, we're going to be back here in 40 minutes for NHL Nightly to talk NHL hockey. It's 3-2 Vancouver up on the Islanders now. I did not see all the scores, and I still think it's 4-2. Well, shoot, I'll just switch over here. And it's 4-2 Devils over Blackhawks. And then the late games are Stars Oilers, which would have been such a great game. I'd have been so hyped for it. And those would have been the jerseys instead of Canucks Islanders that I had. But that game is, no Draisaitl, no McDavid. So that takes a lot of the sun out of that. And then Bruins Ducks. Your Bruins playing the Ducks are plus 114.
Yeah.
If I'm a Bruins fan, I put $5 on the Bruins just to be like, if they lose, they weren't favored, but if they win, I won $5 at plus 114.
I guess. Oh my God, I almost took the Ducks.
Yeah, I don't like taking the Ducks at minus money, but I think the Ducks will win this game for sure. I'm a little bummed out because no, I'm not bummed out. I'm not bummed out. By the way, Thursday, the whole slew of games, which we'll talk about on NHL Nightly. Mike, thanks so much. UAA represent. Got my college hockey hat on.
Wolverines.
We're going to go. This is going to be awesome. We'll see you at the Frozen Four. Hopefully, if anybody's there, come up and talk to me. I will be wearing these, so you'll know it's me. And this shit, I'll wear this jersey while I'm down there if I can tolerate the heat. Otherwise, I'm going to tie it around my waist, and I'll wear like a tank top.
That's cool.
Like
inside
Washington.
So
yeah, but I mean, dude, I'm from Alaska, so I get hot easy. So it's going to be nice. True. Dude, I want the heat. I'm good for the heat. I'm ready. It's not been terrible here. It's actually a gorgeous day, but I'm ready for the winter to be over. It lasts a long time here. So ready. So Frozen Four is like the beginning of the end of the winter for me, man. So everybody's been in spring for 6 weeks. Like, what are you talking about, man? And So yeah.
I love it. It's just, this is my Christmas. I'm going to be glued to my TV. If anyone's asking how come I'm not talking NHL, well, for the next 4 days, I'm just not watching it. It's just straight up.
And tomorrow's our last show of the week for NHL anyway, so we're not going to have any more shows through the week. And then maybe even Mike, we'll have to figure out when we're going to do the college hockey show next week, just to kind of do a wrap up. Or do you want to just do a wrap up after? Like, we don't have to do the Friday night one. Do you want to just do a wrap up like either Sunday night?
Yeah, Sunday after everything's over.
Yeah, like late at night, like 10 p.m. or something.
That works. Yeah.
Well, hold on. It might have to be like 11, dude.
We'll figure it out. That's
okay. I mean, it's just because I got stuff going on Sunday night.
We'll figure. Yeah, I'm not too worried.
Yeah, so I know I won't be available. Anyway, we're working this out on live on air, which is a dumbass idea. We can talk about it after the fact. Anyway, appreciate 106 people showed up to watch our preview of the show. Mike is going to lay out his bets. Make sure you're following him. His Twitter is scrolling in the thing there. And I retweeted a bunch of tweets about this tonight. So I really appreciate it. We went through our picks. I went through the bracket. I'm in the Morning Cup of Hockey bracket with John Buccigross, Frank Saravelli, Mikey Grinnell, Matty Merles, some of the Spit and Chicklets crew. So pretty cool, man. We're coming on up in the hockey content thing. So we're getting there, man. We're putting in a work. And dude, we love hockey. We watch it all the time. So if you like us, please chime in, talk to us, DM, talk, follow, leave, share. You know, we try to keep it I think we keep it pretty positive. You know, we talk about the controversial stuff. I just saw those 2 Quebec Major Junior League guys got like 5 years in jail for assaulting a girl in like 2021. I was like, wow.
Damn.
Crazy. Yeah, that was on Instagram. I saw kind of crappy news, but okay, man. I'll see you for NHL Nightly. I'll make sure you have the link. Everybody come back. I will have Instagram working for NHL Nightly. I'll get it fixed. So,
and special shout out Wilda Basement Bets. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. And I'll talk to you guys Friday.
Yeah. Basement Bets. That's so cool, man. Thank you for sharing. And really appreciate you guys. That's outstanding. Mike, just having you on the East Coast is brilliant, man. Thank you so much. You're our boots on the ground. You're our soldier, man. It's so good, you know, but
it's my life, man. I love this.
Hey, I love having you, and I hope we do this till we're dead. So it's good stuff, man. I enjoy it. We'll be going to the Frozen Four our like 50th year in a row. It'll be sweet.
All right, this is like Vegas.
Oh, I'm not gonna. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm going to Vegas afterwards. We'll talk about it. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. We'll see you when we get back. In about 35 minutes, actually. 40 minutes on the money. We'll be back 40 minutes right here. NHL Nightly Live. Rico Perlo, myself, and the Degenerate Bostonians coming back. We'll talk all the NHL action. We got a lot of games on Thursdays, 10 games again, another 10-game slate. So some with playoff implications, obviously, as they go. Senators lost a big one to the Buffalo Sabres the other day, so they might be in a little bit of trouble. You know, they can't bank they're in completely. So we'll see. Anyway, thank you, everybody. Oh, yeah. And we have there's an anniversary coming up today. That's a big hockey one that a lot of people remember. And we'll talk about it on NHL Nightly. Stay tuned. 10:10 Eastern. Peace.
Cheers, guys.